1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. What's a podcast? 1 2 1 2. What's a podcast? Season 4, episode 4. I believe we're here. We're back, ready to rock. It's a beautiful, rainless Wednesday in Washington D.C. We
Mm-hmm.
have
Yeah.
been the epicenter of rain the past few weeks. Crazy part about it is I think it rains over the weekend a couple days. It's like 70 today, and then
It's beautiful.
next Wednesday it's 93 degrees outside. So summer arrives very quickly.
Yeah.
Um, but nevertheless, we are here. DJ Jerome Bacon the third. We're in the building. Shout out to my guy, always available. Hashtag Streetwear Eddie
What's up?
and Don't Charge Abdul.
Cheer.
Do remember you can check out what's a podcast.live for our previous episodes and youtube.com/what's a podcast where you are watching this right now. Shout out to everybody who leaves the comments on the YouTube. I try to go through them weekly. So
Thank you.
you know what I'm saying?
Appreciate
Thank you.
y'all.
Shout out to everybody who texts and sends positive words of support. I got a lot of support and messages from people about the end of last week's podcast, where it was just a very, it was very emotionally charged. I just gave my thoughts on Buffalo. And obviously, we want to start this podcast with, I mean, I don't even like saying thoughts and prayers, but thoughts and prayers and condolences
Yeah.
to the families of the children
The babies,
and,
man.
and the teachers that were
Damn.
lost in
Oh,
Texas.
My God.
I'm not sure exactly how to pronounce the city.
Ulave or something? Or is that the county?
No, that's the city. Uvalde.
Uvalde.
Okay.
Uvalde. Yeah.
Is that a Spanish word, Eddie?
Sounds like it.
It does sound like it.
Doesn't mean anything as far
But-
as I know.
It looks like there was a heavily
It was like right on the border, like from like right almost on the
Spanish
border.
populated town because
Yeah,
a lot of the victims were looked like they were Spanish.
Latino.
Yo, just fucking sad, bro. These are babies, my dude.
Mm.
And you know the killer, I think, is also of Spanish descent. And I don't know where we go from here, bro. Like, how does this get fixed? You got the president tweeting, talking about how do we fix this? Well, how do we
You
act?
can't. You can't.
Dog,
fix
you are
this.
the president.
You can't fix it. How do you fix it? You can't fix it, dog.
Well, gun control is a good start, though.
Yeah, I mean, but
You have to
People-
get
people will still have guns, dog.
yeah, but AR-15s being in Walmart is a problem, right?
that's a problem.
As a human person walking down the street does not need to be able to buy an AR. You don't need an AR-15,
You
right?
don't.
So,
You don't.
and I think the issue becomes maybe there's going to be so many guns that are already going to be in circulation. Let's just stop creating more guns. We don't need more guns,
Bro.
right? You need you need gun control, obviously universal background checks. If you look, obviously there's been a lot of information about other countries and the difficulty of it to get in Japan. It's such a process to get a gun.
Dog,
It's
you have-
incredible.
Japan is absolutely, they have it down. That you require an interview with the police about why you need a gun, a psych evaluation, 3 different permits, and a background check that includes talking to your family and your neighbors.
Damn.
Like, dog,
Mhm.
are you serious? Over here, you turn 18 and you can walk
You
into
go to
a
Walmart,
Walmart
Well,
and cop
listen,
an AR-15.
Yeah.
in my opinion, the only way that the only way that the current set of law officials is gonna pass gun control measures is if somebody goes up in the Senate or goes up in Congress or the White House and kills a bunch of those people, because clearly children
They try
have
to
not-
do it
Or their
January
kids.
6th.
No,
They
no,
tried to do
January.
it January
Nah,
6th.
I'm talking about the white people have to kill the white people, or
Bro,
a brown
this was
person
white
has
people
to.
coming up there, and it
But they
did
were
not
they didn't let
make
off
any
they didn't let
sense.
off no shots though.
No,
they didn't
they
let
didn't.
off no shots,
You're right.
right? I'm
You're right.
talking about somebody with an AR-15 goes into the Senate and kills some of those Senate people, then you will see some type of gun control. Potentially. You can't I
I
wouldn't bet
just-
the house on it.
Yeah. I just saw so many conversations on Twitter and on social media, and a lot of these points that were being made were really accurate. I mean, I think
Yeah.
somebody said something along the lines of once America saw that even killing children would not change the gun laws, we kind of became okay with the shit just happening. The lawmakers, at least, became okay with this happening over and over again
For sure.
because children are the most innocent people to get affected by something like this because they are not even grown enough to make any sort of decisions to hurt anyone. They
They
are,
don't even have those emotions.
bro, they don't
Yeah.
even have anything like that. And if they're getting killed for being in school and lawmakers are still turning their face to it and not doing anything about it, nothing else is going to change this.
Yeah. I mean, the gun laws are never going to change.
It
They're
it
not.
just has to. I just saw a tweet that said or a sign, a woman holding a sign. If every black man bought a gun today, there would be gun control tomorrow.
Might need to do it.
Listen,
We might need to do it.
I like that energy though.
I like you know what other energy I like? I like
Tell
Beto.
me.
I like Beto O'Rourke. Right?
Beto is the one who stepped to the press conference,
He
right?
stepped to the press conference.
I
Yeah,
could
he
not
had
hear what he was saying,
What did he
though.
say? What did he say?
so basically he approaches the governor Abbott. He's like, "This is on
Who's
you."
a bitch.
He's a
Fuck
bitch.
you,
He's like,
Abbott.
"This is on you." Then the mayor says something to him. Then Ted Cruz says something to him. So
Fuck
Beto's
Ted
going
Cruz.
Beto's going at all of them. He turns so then Beto actually gets removed by law enforcement, right?
Yeah,
As
they're all
Beto's
bitches too.
as Beto's outside, all of
Yeah.
the press that was paying attention to the press conference inside switches to Beto outside, and outside Beto is giving them the full business. If you guys haven't seen it, look at Questlove's Instagram story. He posted a video of it of Beto outside, just talking that talk. You know what I'm saying? And
Okay.
he's speaking what Americans are feeling. There's a Democratic senator out of Arizona, Ruben Gallego. He was just like, "Yo,
Out
fuck
of
you, Ted."
Arizona.
Yeah, Spanish cat. He was like, "Yo, fuck you, Ted Cruz. You're a bitch." He
Real
basically real shit. He
I
came
love
out
it.
of his mouth and said that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's one woman who her tweets all day were describing how much money the NRA gave to certain Senate members, certain
Yo,
Congress.
this Abbott dude, Ted Cruz and Trumpito are supposed to speak at an NRA rally in Texas on
The NRA
Saturday.
and the NRA rally just banned guns from the NRA rally. Now, how crazy is that?
Yeah.
They banned guns from the
Yeah.
rally. You feel what I'm saying?
Oh my God.
I mean,
Yeah.
you know, I look at it in a couple different ways. Obviously, the loss of life, the loss of children is just the most
Yeah.
despicable thing ever.
That's like,
It was very difficult for me to really drop my daughter off at school this
Yeah.
morning. You know what I'm saying?
well,
Like,
how do you have that talk with your daughter about like what
I
happened?
did.
I
did.
You know what I'm saying?
I kept it relatively light. You know what I'm saying? I kept it relatively light because I didn't want her being spooked out.
Yeah.
Lord knows I was spooked. I took her to school, just stood in the middle of the street for a good 10 minutes. I'm looking
You know what I
looking
mean?
both ways.
Yeah.
I'm talking to the school resource officer like, "Yo, y'all good?" He like, yeah, we're gonna be all right. I said, "Are you sure?" Because I was like, "Cause I don't got shit to do today." You know what I'm saying? I was
Right.
like, "Bro, I can post up." You know what I'm saying?
No
Like,
doubt.
this is not a game for me. And then, you know, like I was very pushy with my child's mother to be like, "Yo, she home yet? Like, yo, she's good. Like, she's home
Yeah.
yet? Like, you got her?
Yeah.
You ain't got her yet?" You
Just
know what I'm
those-
saying? Because
Throughout
I
the
ended up
day,
having-
those thoughts cross your mind. You know what I'm
I
saying?
ended up
You're like,
I ended up having to go to work, so it's like I knew what time I was gonna pick her up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's a situation that is just it really shows you the worst in people. It shows you that money is the absolute worst thing ever to happen to the world. Money is just the root of all evil, and it's the reason why kids' lives are being people aren't taking serious action around it. You know what I'm saying?
you know what? We also gotta give blame the previous administration as well too, because a lot of these, not just school killings, but the shooting that happened in Buffalo with where racists are going in, white supremacy is taking over. I mean, all of these, this narrative really came from the Fox News. It came from 45's administration. It came from 45 himself. You know what I'm saying? Like that sort of talk has come and it's now become more and more popular because of the shit that the last administration put in place and kind of gave everybody the okay to act on these sort of emotions.
Yeah.
The problem is that it's only okay until you get punched in the face.
You
At
got to
that
get punched
point,
in the face more
at
often.
that point, it's, oh my God, it wasn't that. He's not like that. He's mentally held. All this stuff happens. You talk crazy
Oh my
online,
God.
and
Yeah.
but the minute you get punched in the face, you come to your senses. It wasn't
That's
like
real.
that. I didn't have my grandmother growing up. All this other bullshit and excuses. You
There,
feel me? So,
there is
um,
just so much happening in America that has to do with the last administration. I mean, and it's very unfortunate that there's still a lot of Asian hate happening throughout the country where older, it's not even young people, it's older Asian adults and women that are getting
Yeah.
assaulted. And all of this has to come with, you know, Trump and the comments that he made about COVID and blaming China over and over and over again. And all these things, it's
Do
just
people really
become
still believe that?
people believe it, bro.
They still
yeah.
believe it.
Yeah, I mean,
Yes.
there's people
Wow.
there are America. You got to remember, 54% of Americans, I believe,
Are
can't read.
idiots.
No, they can't read above a sixth grade level.
Oh
Mm.
shit.
So
I
so
ain't know
when
that.
you take information like that into account, you understand why Facebook plays such a big role in these people's
Yeah.
lives. Why Tucker Carlson, Fox News, Fox News is actually being sued right now by a group of people representing the people who were killed in Buffalo, because obviously they were the ones that radicalized that kid into doing what he did, and you know what I'm saying, they're
Yeah.
going to be held
They
responsible.
gotta pay.
Yeah, so we could talk about this forever and ever.
Yeah.
Don't necessarily want to. Something that I do want to speak about, and this is courtesy of Abdul. Actually, there was a New York Times feature article about Haiti, and Haiti having to pay back to their enslavers. And so actually Abdul, so first of all, the New York Times caught a lot of flack because they didn't credit their sources properly. It dropped over the weekend, but Abdul reposted an account on Instagram called Faces of Haiti that took a bunch of tweets from the New York Times and basically stated that, it just basically stated the economic effect that Haiti basically paid for, what's that, the Eiffel Tower?
Yeah.
Haiti
Yeah.
paid for the Eiffel Tower with stolen money. So the Parisians set up a quote unquote bank for Haiti. Then this bank siphoned all the money from Haiti and paid for the Eiffel Tower, amongst many other things.
Bro, they
Damn.
were asked, the French government demanded Haiti pay 150 million francs over 5 years in 1825
For what?
For their freedom.
because they
For
got
their-
kicked the fuck out of there. Haiti beat them in a war, dog.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
And they
saying?
make him pay?
And they made them pay.
Damn.
200 years ago.
This is just, oh my God. It angers me even just talking about it, bro. This shit is so fucked up. And all the even the national banks that were put in place in Haiti after it gained its independence is what were actually controlled by French investors, and they were just siphoning all their money out of and out of Haiti's money out of these national banks.
Mm.
Yeah, man, it says that if that wealth had remained in Haiti, we estimate it would have added $21 billion to Haiti's economy over the last 2 centuries.
Jesus.
$21 billion.
That's
Haiti
ridiculous.
was on its way to becoming like
But because Haiti wasn't able to pay the debt, they had to take out a loan. So now they've got loans towards the and so now it says,
from another French bank.
others said that if Haiti had not been forced to pay double debt, the country could have mirrored the growth rates of its neighbors across Latin America. That would put our estimate at $115 billion loss for Haiti. This is why explain to me why I want to go to Paris. Explain to me, people. There's no need to go to Paris. For
The
what?
French government got to get sued. Why is this not in an international
They're
law
trying
being
they're trying
discussed?
to they're trying to press the president of France now, Macron, whatever his name is.
Marcon or
But
whatever his name is.
but the problem is that people don't believe that the money will go to the right hands if it does return to Haiti.
It doesn't matter. That's not your fucking problem.
That's
Give the
true
money
as
back.
well. That's true as well. So again, people, you know, do the knowledge. I know a lot of people like to travel and go places and, you know what I'm saying, eat French fries with snails. All that's great. But at the end of the day, you're doing this in a country that is raped and pillaged the first free black settlement. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
it's really unfortunate. It's really sad. But this is how colonization works. People, I know you hear me say the word colonizer when describing certain people on a consistent, and this is why we use the term.
For sure.
Shit isn't pretty. Shit isn't real. You need it's expensive to fly anywhere now as it is. So why the fuck would you go to Paris, right? Nevertheless,
Well, I will say I'll go to Paris and hang out with my fellow West Africans there, because there is still a lot of that out there, and it's very unfortunate that it's not talked about much, because the amount of racism that white French have against all other people of colors, especially immigrants throughout France, is nasty.
unless it's soccer time. Soccer time, they love all the niggas out there.
Nah, even then.
But I'm
bro,
saying let so that's what I'm saying. If it takes the French national team doing well
this
and
is
you
happening
still hate
all over
French-
Europe. Yeah.
Here's what I'm saying. Why would I want to go?
They only,
I'm
love
not
them,
speaking.
they only love the black players when they're winning.
Of
As
course.
soon as they start losing,
Yeah.
but I hate even saying this. It's banana peels getting thrown at them. It's really, really fucked up.
Yeah.
Listen, that's what I'm saying. Why do I need to go to France? I don't need to go to Paris. I don't want to go nowhere. I just want to go home to Arizona. You feel what I'm saying? Like all that shit is just unnecessary, and it just shows you how evil people are. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Season 4, episode 4. What's a podcast?
Yo,
We
give me a
do-
second.
All right, so season 4, episode. What's a podcast? Eddie did take a trip.
I did.
He did miss out on our. We're gonna talk about it later. Our brother's gonna walk it out, volume 1. But Eddie, why don't you give us the breakdown on what went down?
So it was my wife's birthday, and I took her on a trip. We went to Mexico, like the west coast of Mexico. This little beach called like Sayulita. It's like a dope little like surf town. It's like pretty much where like Tulum was 20 years ago.
Vibes,
You know what I'm
no black people.
Nah,
Respect.
it was there. Nah, it was down there. There's everybody down there, man.
Niggas ruin everything though, man.
Nah, it was down there.
Tulum is the worst now.
I mean, that's just because it was open during COVID and wasn't shit
Right.
else to do. So
Yeah.
we're gonna burn it up. But we did that, and then we went to this like little resort, like a half an hour up the road from there. We met up with some friends. Roxy was down there with her boyfriend. They surprised my girl for her birthday, so we met up with them. We stayed at a resort for a couple of days, and then we went to Mexico City.
Nice.
Mexico City's lit. Like Mexico City is like my favorite new city on the whole, like North America. Like so dope.
Yeah, we talked a little bit while you were out there.
So dope and diverse. Not what I thought it was gonna be like at all. And I wasn't like my expectations weren't like, I don't know, it's fucking Mexico City. I couldn't even think about like what it was, you know. But that shit was like lit, like 10 times the size of New York, popping, like crazy, diverse, dope food, inexpensive. It was dope.
You said
Have
it
you
was
been-
not expensive?
It was inexpensive. Yeah, it was not expensive.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, like for the shit we were doing, like Ubers were like $2 to take you around the whole fucking city.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, it was like 100 pesos to go anywhere. You know what I'm saying? And
How
like
was the hotel? There's no
stayed
beach
at-
in Mexico City, is it?
it's nah. But we just got an Airbnb in Mexico City. We stayed at Airbnbs. We didn't stay in hotels because we
Oh,
wanted to be
nice,
like
okay.
in the mix. Like we stayed like in like the dope little area. You know what I'm saying? Airbnb. We got like a whole crib. Was really dope.
Mm.
Yeah.
Listen,
Mexico
man.
City's lit, man.
Mexico
Eddie-
City is
And he
popping.
came back without a tan.
Yo, it's hot as shit down there, dog.
Yeah, but how come you don't have a tan, bro?
I mean,
Do you
I got a
tan?
little one. I got a little one.
Listen, man. Mexico
I
City's
don't know.
popping. I've
Not
seen
burned.
I've heard the food is fantastic. The art is
The
really
It's
inspiring.
so dope, man. It's
you know
really
what I mean?
so dope.
You see any sneaker stores out there?
There is a couple sneaker stores out
There's
there.
a couple stores down there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
They have anything in there? A lot of Team Jordans.
Nah, they had everything. They had everything.
I'm joking.
Nah, they did. I can't remember what it was
Respectfully.
called. I can't remember what it was called. It was called like I don't know. It'll come to me. But they had like a sneaker store. They had like everything like Yeezy, Jordan.
They used to have a SB store out there
They had
called
a SB
Headquarters. That actually designed the Dia los Muertos SBs.
Day of the Dead.
How do you say that? Day of the Dead.
Dia de los Muertos, yeah.
Yeah, remember those orange and orange
purple.
SB dunks and the purple
Yeah.
with the
Yeah, with the little
skeletons on
bones.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
shit was
all of
dope.
those were
They were
designed
dope.
by they were super dope. They were designed by the guy that owns that store called Headquarters, based out of Mexico City.
They got a scene out there, man.
Yeah, and I mean I know there's a big skate scene out there.
It's called Lust, I think it was called.
Oh, that's where you went to?
There was like
That's
a
the
store that I
spot you
think-
saw.
I saw two of them. It's like a chain, but it's
Okay.
like yeah.
Yeah, I
But
got my.
They had everything out there.
I got those Day of the Deads from. So Headquarters. There was one in Mexico City, and then there was another one in Vancouver, Canada. And I
Yep.
found that out. So I ended up calling up the Vancouver store. I figured everybody was fucking with Mexico City, and Vancouver was
You
untapped.
hit on them.
I just talked to the dude, finessed him a little bit, kept on calling,
Oh.
and the manager hooked me up, man. I paid like $35 for shipping, and back then that was a lot. But
But fuck it.
yeah, he charged me retail, and yeah,
still got 'em?
I still have them.
Dope.
Yeah,
Yeah, I like those.
I still have them.
Nah, Mexico City was dope, yo. I encourage everybody should go there. It's close, it's fun, it's safe.
Yeah.
Like, people were asking me like crazy shit, like yo, like it's so dangerous over there. Be careful. Don't do this. Don't do that. And shit was normal.
Yeah,
Like it was.
Okay.
Everybody was so cool. Yeah,
that's
Listen,
dope.
man, shout out Mexico City. You know,
no doubt.
I think it probably has a bad reputation because of a lot of TV shows and stuff like
Yeah.
that. You know what I mean? But
It was
That
nothing.
movie with Denzel did not help.
multiple
I mean, look,
shows.
Look, Mexico City is huge, and there's like 20 million people that live there. So there's definitely some areas where like you probably don't want to fuck around.
Sure.
But the areas where you can fuck around is peace.
Yeah.
No doubt. Season 4, episode 4. What's a podcast?
How was your weekend, bro? Did
What
we?
was my weekend? Well, let's say our weekend kicked off with our very first What's a Podcast presents What's a Hike, aka Brother's Gonna Walk It Out.
Brother's gonna walk it out.
Myself, Don't Charge Abdul, and Uncle Scooty, aka Kevin. We met up at Rock Creek Park,
Yeah.
and we just pretty much went for it. You know what I'm saying?
Abdul, did you wear the whistle Salehis?
Oh, I should have, shouldn't
Nah,
I?
he didn't. He didn't wear
I
them.
didn't.
No,
I had on
no,
some.
no.
I had on some Gore-Tex ACG Air Pegasus or some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Should rock
which
the Salehis with the whistle.
I should have, but
Coulda got the ill photo.
this was my first time going for like a hike in DC, and actually kind of my first. I've been on like that Runyon Canyon shit,
Yeah.
and I actually only had Air Forces with me, but I ended up borrowing a pair from my boy Eddie, who I was staying with, just because I was like, I'm not fucking up my Air Forces. So
Yeah, I'm gonna stay at the crib.
that was my
like that.
only other time I've ever gone on a hike. But I think we talked about it on the podcast last week, right? You were like, "Yo, we're gonna go on a hike," and I was like,
Yeah.
"Hit me up." And yeah, sure enough, you hit me up on Friday morning, and I was like, I'd forgotten all about it, but I was like, "Yeah, fuck it, let's go." It was fun, man. We had a good time. We had almost a 7-mile hike.
Yeah, we did like 6.6, 6.7 miles.
Yeah,
We just, I mean, if you're not familiar with Rocky Park, it's vast. There's a lot of changes. There's a lot of different paths. There's a lot of different
Yeah.
areas. At one point I was falsely accused of getting us lost, but we weren't lost. We were just like in
Bro,
the cut.
I thought we were far away from.
Yeah, we really weren't though.
Is that
and
a
it was
hike?
fun.
Have you done that hike before?
I tend to do the hike often. We just took some
That
different.
one.
Yeah, but we just took some different routes
Yeah.
to just sort of be successful. You know what I'm
It
saying?
was a good bonding experience, man. I think we might have something there. We might have to start taping that. Silent Time might have to put on a sound engineering pack and roll with us.
Yeah, I mean, it was
Man.
our best. It was our most loved reel on for What's a Podcast. That reel went up. You know what I'm
Wow.
saying? So it went crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
We did a lot of river crossing. We did a lot of like, you know what I'm saying?
Bro,
Rock Creek
mad
Park
people
is
hit,
sizable.
mad people hit us up. We're like, yo, we want to go. We want to come in and hang out and do it.
So
Next
by the
time,
time
let
you
us
hear,
know.
unless you hear this at the midnight drop, we're gonna do it again tomorrow, or today when you hear this Thursday,
Yeah.
because I'm out of town this Friday. But it's gonna be a good one. I think Scooty's committed. Dream D is committed.
Yeah.
I think VNL might pull up, but we'll see. It's a lot of people
Okay.
who are
VNL
just
come into the hike with a fedora on.
maybe, you know what
Oh,
I'm saying?
shit.
at what point is like too many people for the hike too, though? You know what I mean?
Well, probably four. You
Because
know,
like you don't want to
five.
have like no bike party type shit start going
Yeah.
No.
on.
But you know, it's different personalities. You know what I'm saying? Each
Yeah.
time,
Somebody
we just
you
have
gotta
some
be able to
different
bring
friends.
something to the conversation. A
Right.
new
You know what I mean?
perspective.
So speaking of VNL, he could give us a lowdown because VNL and Abdul both attended the DC's version of the Met Gala, aka the Hirschhorn Ball. Right?
VNL actually wasn't there.
I thought he was there.
No, he was in. I saw his girl. He wasn't there.
Oh, his girl.
Uh,
Okay.
his girl was there. VNL was actually in LA at some other gala.
Oh, see, there you
Nah,
go.
he stunned on. He actually went to like the
Something
LA
real.
version of the Met Gala because he had on a very fabulous looking outfit on.
Gala boys. Gala
from the
boys.
from the
Tuxedo.
pictures I saw. Uh, the Hirschhorn was super dope. This was my first time going. Um, Shout out to Peter Chang and No Kings Collective who invited my wife and I. Peter and my wife are actually good friends, which is how my invite came around. And actually, my wife's invite. So he was on the hosting committee and had a table. So he sent us 2 tickets and was like, "Yo, come join us." The guest of honor for this year's Hirschhorn Ball was Brian Donnelly, and AKA Cause, which was I found that out a couple of days
I was
before
gonna
the
say,
ball.
did you know that before?
I didn't know.
He found that out at our walk, at our hike. I told
Yeah,
you.
I found that. Yep, I found that out on Friday.
So you didn't wear the cause fours to get them signed that day.
I did not. I did not wear the cause fours. Once I did find out, I was like, "Yo, that was something that crossed my mind." I was like, "Yo, I should wear something and maybe even possibly,
Bring
get
something,
them
yeah.
signed or something like that." But honestly, the cause four were just not really in line with
fit?
my outfit for the night. So um,
I'm sure one of the pairs of cause shoes you had would have went well with the outfit.
yeah, I kind of wanted to go with something really colorful. It seemed like the Hirschhorn with art and things like that. I mean, I went with the Craig Sager Air Forces, which are a personal favorite of mine. And a lot of different colors, a lot of materials, a lot of different things happening on that pair. And so, and yeah, I just, bro, I went dressed like I'm coming to see y'all at Commonwealth on a regular Thursday. To be honest, I had on shorts. I might have been the only person with shorts on. Yeah, and yeah, so it was just another regular evening for me. uh but it was dope. The food was good. um I would, the music, I want to say, and I want to be invited back next year. So I'm gonna watch how I say this. So shout out to the Hirschhorn. Shout out to Jennifer, who's the chairperson of the Hirschhorn Museum.
Jennifer Chu.
Is that her name? I
Yeah.
met her. Dog, it was just really funny.
She had the ill, yeah, you know what I mean?
She came over. No, we might be talking about a different person. This was
She had a
Jennifer. She
flower
was a
dress
white
on?
woman. She was a white woman, older white woman. She's
Was a flower dress on?
I can't remember.
Ah, killing
But
it.
I met her husband, Chris, who's a really interesting dude. Uh, he was like, "What do you do? Are you an artist?" And I was like, "Nah, like, yeah, these sort of small talks are just something I'm not very good at, right?" So I was like, I just kind of got out of that conversation. I was like, "But what do you do, right?" And he was the CBS bureau chief for 10, 11 years, and now works for an international consulting company that he was like, "Yeah, if you want a mine in Africa, I can get you a mine in Africa." Like I was like, what kind of shit is this, right? But like he's one of those type of people, like, you know, super connected around the world, and you know, does business in the Middle East and all over Africa and things like that. You know, basically taken away from Africans and what's rightfully theirs. But listen, shout out to him. Uh,
Nah, fuck that guy.
but yeah, no, it was an interesting night. The music, bro, was I kept on telling my wife and I was like, dog, they gotta get Jerome here next year. Like seriously, this dude, it
Trash.
felt like I was at like a hippie thing at Woodstock. Like that was the type of music he was playing, and white people respectfully were making tunnels with their hair. They were holding each other's hair. It was like a weird thing happening on the quote unquote dance floor. Have you seen this meme recently where the white dreads or the white Rasta dudes all have their locks tied together?
No.
You haven't seen that?
Sounds like nasty work.
It's like a whole bunch of like Ross Trents that
Mm.
have their locks tied together, and they're in some sort of like making some sort of a statement. I'm gonna send that over to you. We're gonna post that on Whats'a Podcast IG. But it was a whole lot of weird dancing. The music was super weird. I don't even know what genre of music it was, but it wasn't party music. And I just kept on thinking, I was like, Jerome needs to be here next year. We gotta set this shit off. But overall, it was nice, man. I had a good time. We went to
How would you judge the outfits overall?
Like what was the overall demographics? Like older
I'm
white
gonna
people.
say it was all white people. I'm
All
gonna
white
say there were maybe 15 people of color. So that
Really?
needs to change. Yeah, bro.
Did anybody know who the fuck Cause was? Besides like the
I think so.
okay.
I think so. I
That's
mean, he was there with his
interesting.
family. He was there with his wife. His wife is Asian, so count her as one of the 15.
That's crazy.
He was there with his children. He has two little girls. They look like they're probably the same age as my girls. Um, and yeah,
That's two
it's
more
not
to the 15.
the most diverse crowd. I'll be honest about that, and that was a little bit disturbing to me because, and I might be wrong with 15, but maybe it was a little bit more, but it wasn't a whole lot more.
That's
you know what I mean by
crazy.
that? Like it was
Yeah.
like
That's crazy.
30, maybe like 15 to 30, somewhere in there.
Out of
Out of how many?
200,
Out of a
200.
few hundred people, yeah,
That's
300,
crazy,
400
bro.
people. I don't know.
Wow.
That's really interesting because I know their host committee. You know, Peter was on the host committee. and
Peter
he's-
was in the
he's-
host committee.
He's Asian, and
He
I
is
think-
Asian. Yes.
I think the host committee was supposed to help bring in diversity amongst the
Our
people.
guy Keem is on the host committee, and he was there with his wife. That's two other people of color,
Damn.
and I think he might have been the only black person on the host committee.
I got to get on the host committee next year. That's what we're
yo,
gonna do.
You know what? What's a podcast? All three of us need to be on that hosting committee.
We'll tag Hershorn in this.
Yeah.
In
And
this,
we got to be on
episode.
there, and we gonna make this next year is gonna be the best Hershorn ball there's ever been, because we're gonna do it right.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Season 4, episode 4. What's a podcast? I mean, there you go. Abdul just spelled it out for you, in living color. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, as we stay on Washington D.C., because this is where the three of us live. Shout out to Maryland and Virginia. A big development / announcement dropped down today in that Howard University, which is an esteemed university, whether it's HBCU or not, just an esteemed
Facts.
school in general.
Yes.
Is basically been confirmed as a Jordan brand school.
That's right.
Now, at the same time, before we delve deep, Howard also, the golf team is a Curry is sponsored by Curry brand. And
Yes.
Steph Curry actually made a sizable cash donation, I want to say in 2016,
Hmm.
to restart Howard's golf program, both men's and women's. So they get a lot of exclusive Curry brand gear.
Hmm.
But as it stands, I believe maybe football, basketball, and the
Yeah.
rest of the sports are going to be Jordan brand, Jordan gear. Shout out to Howard for making that happen. That's an amazing accomplishment. I'd like to see more HBCUs get that level of support. But obviously, my Hampton University, I mean, come on, like we're already tight. You know what I mean? So like we don't
Who does
really need.
who does your
Yeah.
basketball team rock with?
I think we're Under Armour. I think we're Under
Are they?
Armour. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Yeah. But
Yeah, it looks like the Under Armour deal that's currently Under Armour is currently signed with Howard University. That deal is set to expire this summer, and after that, all athletics, with the exception of golf, which is going to remain Steph Curry's brand. Everything else is going to move on to Jordan brand, which is dope because I'm getting that Howard soccer jersey with the with the Jumpman on it. You know what I'm saying?
Same.
That's what I'm gonna go for.
Same.
I'm gonna need that. So you know what I'm saying? There's only a handful of schools that have that colleges that have Jordan branded athletic departments. Howard University is now going to join schools like the UCLA Bruins, uh, Michigan Wolverines, UNC, Georgetown, Marquette, San Diego State Aztecs, Houston Cougars, Oklahoma, and Florida Gators. Oh, Morehouse College actually wears Jordan brand basketball uniforms, but I think
But that's it.
it's only the basketball program that's signed with Jordan. Listen, I'm excited for this, bro. I'm glad to see a HBCU get on Jordan brand's roster. I don't know what
You think we're gonna see some Jordan like 3s and 4s and
we're gonna see some PEs, bro. We're gonna see some college exclusive PEs for some
I
of
think
these
Anthony.
programs.
I think Anthony Anderson had a pair of Howard University fours.
Yep.
Yep,
So
he
it looks
graduated
like
from Howard, right?
he just graduated from Howard this past weekend, and Jordan Brand blessed him with the HU4s, which I thought might have just been like a
a one-off.
custom.
Promotional item.
Yeah, I think it was like a custom that Jordan Brand kind of reaches out to and
Is
gets
that
some
a is that a
customized.
custom? Is that a custom if they come from Jordan brand?
No, I guess not.
Yeah,
I guess it's not, right?
like a P.
But
I guess like
it's not coming from a Jordan factory.
right. But
You know what I'm
but
saying?
wait, I mean, what-
It was the black military fours, the white and black military fours
with the
and-
Howard logo on the
with
tongue.
the Howard logo on the tongue. So that's
Dope.
like an easy thing to kind of flip, but still make it super dope.
Yeah. Did you
It's
get
a
those by the
one-off.
way?
I'm about to make the call because I think I know who made those for him.
No. Did you get the black militaries?
I did not.
Those
I
shirts
did
is
not.
fire.
They are fire. I just I'm cutting back. I think it was 220. The ticket on them was a lot, bro.
That's what they got. That's all every Jordan moving forward.
I know. And I really, really like those white and black fours. I just could not financially, I couldn't get myself to
I feel
fork
that.
out that kind of bread. Because
I feel
I've
that.
already just done a whole lot.
Yeah.
So but I think it's exciting, man. I think like Jerome, you gonna let your daughter wear like a Jordan brand Howard University gear?
Yeah,
Maybe-
I mean, of course. Yeah, no.
there
I
we
mean,
go.
it's
Okay.
an institution of higher learning, so of course I'm gonna like support that. You know what I'm saying? Now, the rivalry thing, I mean, it is what it is, but
Yeah.
as long as
She
Howard,
might end up going to Howard.
she's not going to Howard. Like that's not,
What if she gets a
not
full
gonna happen.
ride?
We'll
to
get a full
Howard?
ride. We'll get a full ride somewhere else. It's
But let's
not-
say she gets one to Howard. You won't allow her to go,
no,
fam. Relax.
no.
Okay.
Let's be honest. Like, okay, Howard is 7 minutes away.
Yeah.
You
That-
want her to move away and get that
Want
experience.
to go away? You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
but you might be living in Arizona by then.
I will be living in Arizona, so that's not
right.
true.
So-
However,
it
but
won't even matter.
No, it does matter because you need to go out and see the world, be away from your parents, be away from home, be
From
away
both
from.
parents,
Yes, exactly. You know what I mean?
from
So
grandparents, parents, everything normal.
I need to
Everything
be. You know what I'm
regular.
saying? It's just it's too
Yeah.
close. It's too
I
See,
want my
close.
kids.
Abdul
I'm
wants
the
his
complete
kids
opposite.
to go to Howard and live at the house the whole time.
I want them to live in the house. If it was
Yeah.
up to me, I'd be like,
And
you
that's
can go
cool.
to
We got
Howard,
we
you can
got
go to Maryland, go to Georgetown.
You living with
There's a
us?
lot. Yeah, just come here, stay
we
right
got
here.
different
My
approaches, which
youngest
I
one is
respect.
already like, I'm not leaving you, Papa. She's like, I'm gonna stay. I was like, I love you, boo boo. Stay as long as you want.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah,
what I
she's
mean? So
already
like,
saying that. My older one, she's a little
She's
bit
already
more
gone. She's gone.
adventurous.
Yeah, she's gone.
She's very adventurous. She wants to get out and really do stuff and explore. But my younger one, man, she still gets in our bed every fucking night. She comes in. She comes in there around 2 o'clock in the morning. Jumps
Every
in
night.
every single night.
Damn.
Every single night. She's like, I'm not going anywhere, Papa. I'm staying right here.
No doubt.
listen.
It's adorable.
It's all good.
She's yeah.
Whatever makes them feel safe and
Yeah.
sleep well at night, and you know what I mean. But I just know, like, as being somebody who left home and went 3,000 miles away and had to figure things out on their own,
You still here?
and I'm still here.
You
But
still
you know what I'm
here.
saying? It's very much like
Yeah.
it helps you develop certain
It's a rite of
traits and
passage, man.
personality. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's not saying that you don't do the same thing if you stay close to home. But for me, and trust me, I love my boo boo. I would love. I mean, I would move to the town she goes to school in if worse come to worse. You know what I
Right.
mean? But at the same time, like I just feel like that being away just forced you to like get out there a little bit.
Figure
you know
it
what I'm
out.
saying? Yeah, you couldn't just catch the bus home
Yeah.
and be
Yeah.
right back in your room and stuff like that. You feel
Yeah.
me? So shout out to Howard University.
Shout out to Howard University. I think this is gonna be this also marks like a change in like the regime. You know what I'm saying? I think we're gonna see more and more high school athletes, higher caliber high school athletes start
Start to go to Howard.
yeah, well, Howard and other HBCUs, man, they
Yeah.
focus their attention instead of looking at like the Kentuckies and the UNCs and all these other big schools. I think we're gonna start seeing more and more kids starting to pay attention to HBCUs, and I think that's super important. And to have like a cosign from somebody like Michael
Jordan
Jordan
Yeah.
and Jordan Brand, I think is very important, man. You know,
Well,
I think
the thing that you need though is you can have all of this sort of accessories surround it, right? But you need to win. You need to be on TV as a winning program,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right? That's what Dion is doing. I know you
Yeah.
guys still haven't watched the Dion show, but you really should take the time to watch it because you see the effect that winning has on not only their program but
Mhm.
the school and the
Everything.
city. Everything.
The whole
It's a-
trickle
it's a-
down.
It's a trickle down domino effect.
Yeah.
And
And
you
so
already
you-
see they're already trying to take him down. I just saw some
Okay,
like,
so I was about to
something
say,
he talked
so-
about like that white.
No, so what
Uh,
happened was is there
tell
was
me what
there was a conversation with Nick Saban, who is the coach
Yes.
of Alabama,
Yes.
who's put out tons of professional football players. He's in the top 2 every year, all that kind of stuff.
Mhm.
Another thing, side note, shout out to Colin Kaepernick. He got a workout today with the Raiders, Las Vegas Raiders. So hopefully he
Oh,
can
that's
stick together
fire.
the team.
He shouldn't play
Uh,
again.
He should.
But
Now,
He definitely should.
Nah.
so but nevertheless, Nick Saban was upset talking about a school, Texas A&M, and he was basically accusing Texas A&M of buying all their players. So then out of the blue, he's like, "Yeah, and look at Jackson State," because what happened is Jackson State took a player who was number 1 in the last year's class. He was supposed to go to Alabama. He changed his mind and went to Jackson State instead. And so obviously
right.
Nick Saban feels like, oh, well, they must have paid him. The NIL deals must have paid him. So he singles out Jackson State, at which point it was like the worst mistake he could have made. Things just imploded around him. And basically people were like, nah, bro, you're wrong. Like they didn't pay anybody. Dion went on YouTube and spoke up, you know what I'm saying, and explained things. And like it's a situation where it was an ugly
It's
moment.
also a bitch ass move.
Yeah,
to
but it was like
sore
a
loser,
sore
know,
moment / you felt
wet dog move.
you felt the
Fuck outta
ism.
here.
You felt the ism in it. You know what I'm saying? You felt the ism. You felt the slave owner
It's fucked up.
master mentality. You feel what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
so, it just was it was a very ugly moment, you know what I'm saying? But regarding Howard, you just got to win at this point. You've got everything you need,
Yeah.
you got to win. You can't be on
Well, they don't have
ESPN.
everything they need yet. They still
Well,
need amazing players, but
So
it's
what I'm
it's a
saying
good
is,
start. Yeah.
but to say you need amazing players is debatable. 2001 Hampton, we had a good team, not a great team. We won
Mhm.
our division, and then we ended up winning a game in the NCAA tournament. No sort of specialty, nothing crazy like that, and it set us up for the next 10 years. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So you have to just win. And now with the TVs and the TikToks and all that
Well,
stuff,
they will start winning now.
they got to
Yeah.
win. If
They got
you win,
you know they got
if
fresh gear. They got a
You
Trust
got
good
that
me.
kid
program.
coming in over here,
They just
Mikey something, little Mikey. No,
I don't know, I don't think Mikey's coming to Howard.
I
no,
think
he
that was-
is. He signed to Howard. He was like a
No,
top prospect in high school.
I know who Mikey. I went to school with Mikey's mom. Mikey's not coming to Howard.
We've talked about this on the podcast.
Yeah, we
I
talked
know.
about it
Episodes.
two years ago before COVID.
Yeah, and right, and he
He's
was
not.
so-
He was supposed to. He's not coming.
he's not coming to Howard.
Oh,
He was
damn.
supposed to, but
He flaked?
I don't think he ever committed though.
No, I think he did.
I'm looking at his Instagram right now.
Where is he
and
at school?
he doesn't have anything. In
He was at
Instagram.
Rose Bar yesterday.
6'3" guard, 6'3" guard, up next, class of 2023. If I was Howard, I would
Oh, so
legitimately.
he hasn't graduated yet.
No, he hasn't graduated yet. Yeah. Say,
He's coming to Howard, bro. I think he committed.
No, I'm
Correct
looking at
this
his
info.
Instagram right
it would
now.
have said it on his Instagram.
Here's what I'm gonna tell you. If I'm Howard, you know who I go for?
Tell me.
I go for LeBron's son.
Definitely.
Ooh.
Go for LeBron's son
He's
because
still in-
LeBron's he's
yeah.
a senior. He's the same year as this kid Mikey.
Well, what's Carmelo's son?
Carmelo's son's only like a freshman or a sophomore.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But
Mhm.
and Carmelo's son brings a certain amount, but you get LeBron's kid.
Oh, it's
Carmelo's son
over.
is nasty too.
Carmelo's son is just not really. He's young. He's young. He's like 14.
yeah.
These dudes are 17.
Oh, LeBron's son is a beast.
He's a beast. That's what I'm saying.
He plays with
Yeah.
Dwayne Wade's son too, right?
Now
Yeah.
Wade's son, Wade's son's a bum. He got older.
Wait,
Oh, he
don't say
washed
that.
now?
About him. He's a kid. Let's
No,
not call
he's,
him.
he's like a 20-year-old now.
No,
Oh,
he's
he
like
is.
18,
Oh,
I think.
No, what happened was he went to school and he actually declined. And he went to prep school. And then when he didn't get the offers to go to the major school he wanted, he just joined the G League. So he's a G League player right now. So
Over.
like
Oh,
he had
so
all
he'll
the
do that for
opportunity.
1 year and then come
1 or
into the
2
league.
years and see what happens. But I mean,
Yeah.
it's just not going to work out for him. Nevertheless,
LeBron's
LeBron's son
son's a
is the
beast.
one that they need to put the pressure on.
I like that. I
the
like
way
that.
the way LeBron's mind is right now,
Yes.
black this,
Yes,
kid this,
it could work.
it could work.
Yeah,
You want LeBron in DC heavy? You know
every
what I'm saying?
every
LeBron
game,
loves
sit
DC already.
courtside.
LeBron loves DC.
Yeah.
like that.
Taz,
Bron,
Taz,
you
make
know?
that happen. Come on, get nephew out here.
So either
Taz can
way,
make this happen. He's very connected.
listen.
with that
Taz listens.
Taz, come
We'll
on.
tag Taz in this.
Yeah,
And you know what I'm saying? But the bottom line, respectfully speaking, is that hey man, let's get LeBron on this let's get Bronny on the team. So
yeah.
that's what I think they should do. Season 4, episode 4, What's a Podcast? The Salehi Crocs came out yesterday. I wanted them. I did not get them. I was
Damn
in
it.
line online at 12 o'clock. I just left Atmos, seen my man Mitch.jp,
Uh-huh.
and they had just received them, but I missed the raffle by a few minutes.
Oh
But
no.
I wasn't there to get them. I was there just to chop it up with Mitch.
Yeah.
It's my guy. But you know what I'm saying? It then
Two
it just
places out here got him. There was Atmos and,
And somewhere,
also
right?
somewhere got him.
So-
did not get them.
Nah.
I don't think so. I saw our guy, Abdul's guy, on Instagram, Iraq's freshest.
Oh yeah.
He drove past the line at somewhere, and he was just like, yeah, nah. Like the line
He
looked
kept it
crazy.
moving?
He kept it moving.
yeah.
He kept it moving.
Yeah.
But those dropped yesterday. Obviously, the chlorophyll.
It's crazy
Trainer
how there
ones.
was a whole line for Crocs, right? Like I'm
Those
happy
Those things are
for
reselling crazy though.
Yeah, I'm just excited to see something like that happen, especially because it's coming from a black designer and what that does for not just for him, but for what I'm saying, just for black people and people of color in general and creatives in general. I think it just opens up so many more avenues for the next generation, man. So I salute Salehi, I salute Joe Fresh Goods, and everybody else who's doing their thing when it comes to designing sneakers or just creative stuff in general, man. I'm probably like the most non-creative person, so I admire seeing people who have a mind that functions like that, because unfortunately
Yeah.
mine doesn't.
Yo, I mean, hey man, it'll do what it'll do. Um, Nevertheless, Trainer One Chlorophyll Fire.
I'm in the game.
I'm not. I'm cool with it.
Somewhere got those too. They're still
Yeah.
sitting at Atmos. Actually, I was just there on Saturday.
They're sitting.
There was a size 9 right ready for me to buy it, and I
Damn.
didn't. I showed restraint.
Why?
Let's see.
Yeah,
'Cause he already has 2 pairs on deck.
yeah. I already had a pair, so I wasn't. I just, I'm trying to. I'm doing my best to show a lot of restraint with buying sneakers, and listen, I just paid my credit card bill off. I'm not trying to get back in that hole. So I'm doing my very best to stay above water.
Your limit must be kind of crazy now. Like you could buy like a Hyundai on your credit card.
Yes.
Yeah. that's-
Yes.
I mean,
Yeah.
you never know.
could.
You know what I mean?
I'll be paying it off forever with that whatever 16% interest rate that they charge or whatever it
It's
is.
ugly.
Yo,
out
these
here.
credit cards companies is crazy. It's robbery.
Yo, somebody hit me with a 23%. I said, "Oh no, I'm good,
Bumble
bro.
clock.
No,
Yeah, no.
offer."
Once you get to where the balance is crazy, like at that point you're just gasping for air because it's hard to come out with just monthly payments.
You're drowning.
You
You're
can't just make monthly
drowning.
payments.
No, you
You
can't
have
make
to,
just monthly.
you have to like go into overdrive with your hustle just to pay off.
You
your
gotta
credit
you
card.
gotta go into overdrive with the hustle. And
Everything
you gotta
is a
knock it out in like 3-4 payments.
Everything is a flip. Everything, no eating
Yeah.
out, nothing crazy.
All
You
that,
know what I'm saying?
everything. Listen,
Uh,
take it back to 99.
yeah,
You
yo, my
are
brother's
not.
wild.
What's your brother talk about? Is he?
Uh,
Tell him to call in. Can we have him? Can we FaceTime him?
Nah, he's working right now.
Oh my god, this guy.
But yeah, man. Obviously, there's just a lot. There's a lot going on with the sneaker game. Union 2's drop by the time this drops, I believe. Is that tomorrow, 10 a.m.
You fuck
Oh,
with
they're
those?
dropping out on Sneakers app.
on
You mean?
Sneakers app?
Okay,
Yeah,
I
for
believe
sure.
they are. Yeah.
You fucking
we-
with
Did you
them?
get your Malcolm X tee in? Both of us hit on Supreme last.
I'm not. I haven't checked the mail today, and I gotta leave in like 10 minutes, so I'm not sure if I
Okay.
got it. But did yours come in?
Yeah, I got mine in on Saturday.
So basically, I mean, mine's probably there. It shipped. I got the email like that. It shipped on Friday.
Yeah.
But basically, Abdul and I were very, very hyper focused last Thursday.
Yep.
11 a.m. It was like bang, Malcolm X T-shirt,
Yep.
and you had to move smartly, which means if you wanted the black colorway, which we both got, you pretty much were only grabbing that shirt and then checking out. Like there was
Checking
no
out.
other. There's no other activity.
You were risking a whole lot by adding
Risking
other
it.
items to your
You
cart.
know what I'm saying? I went with I for the first time I did the on the phone method super quick. I mean, yeah, super quick.
I'm telling you, Apple Pay is
Super
the way
quick.
to go.
Apple Pay
Yeah.
on the phone just got
Yeah,
me out
it's-
the way
it's
in
clutch.
2 seconds.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. The double
so-
click and boom, you're in there.
Recognize, baby. So what is it? Friday? Or no, is that Saturday? Friday, the Travis Scott's drop. Travis Scott Air Max Ones. Are these Air Max Ones? Cactus Doc. Yeah, Air Max One.
Yeah.
Oh, I see they've changed the name of the brand now. It's no longer Cactus Jack. Oh, okay.
What is it?
What is it now?
CACT.US Corp. Ooh.
Wait, the website changed?
No. Remember it used to be like Cactus
Cactus
Jack,
Jack,
was the name
yeah.
of Travis Scott's crew.
Yeah.
Oh, you think that's because of the festival?
It has to be.
100%.
Mm. Okay.
You don't think so?
I just did not know much. I wasn't hip to like the Cactus Jack and the Cactus Plant side of the business. So
So hold up. So even
Yeah.
in the thing, Cactus Jack could not be relegated to only music. The latest footwear silhouettes reinterpret the brand in a new state as Cactus
Oh yeah,
Cac.us Corp.
this is a
Yeah.
this is a rebrand.
This is, yes. Okay.
I respect
Interesting.
it. Yeah, you know, same product, repackage it. You know what I'm saying? Give it a new name and
Yeah,
let
for
it touch the
sure.
streets and let it do
Yo,
what it do, baby.
one time, real quick, before we get into what is Abdul watching, we want to say thank you um to our guy, New York City's finest, Imran. You feel me? Imran has a stack. Actually, Abdul, are you meeting up with him to get him tomorrow? A stack of Biggie Metro cards for us.
He got one for all three of us.
He's supposed to hold us down.
Oh, listen, Imran, come
It
on.
was a 2 hour wait to get.
It was.
Yeah. It was a 2 hour wait to get the Biggie Metro card. There was police people stationed right next to it. And I say police people being, man and woman, whatever you want to define yourself as, free world, do
Yeah.
you, boo boo. But it essentially was the hottest ticket in town. It was everything, everybody you could imagine waiting for.
I'm gonna
the
frame
Metro.
that.
I think there was a limit, 2 or 3. My homegirl, she's supposed to be making that happen for me today. I doubt she did it, but I will still ask her.
Yeah.
And it is what it is.
Okay,
man.
thank you, Imran. Been listening to our podcast from day one and supporting us. We appreciate it.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure.
Yeah, I mean, listen, happy belated birthday to Big, man. And New York City marked May 21st as BIG Day. Moving forward, that's going to be every year. So, this would have been Big's 50th birthday.
That's crazy to think about that, man.
I know, right? He
That's
died at
crazy.
24 years old, bro.
That's crazy.
Yeah. There's been more time now that has passed
Then
since
he was alive.
Then he was alive.
He's been dead longer. Was alive.
Yeah. Yeah. Yo, life after death or ready to die. Today.
Ready to die.
Today, I'm gonna go with life after death.
I'm gonna go with life after death too.
I like
even
Ready to
though
Die.
I think the majority of my favorite songs from Big are on Life After Death. I mean on
Ready to Die.
On Ready to
Ready
Die.
to Die is an amazing album. I just think Life After Death.
That was a double album, right?
It still sounds so fucking good,
to
man.
me, it's a little more complete, but obviously that's because it's a double album.
It's not a whole lot you can skip on there either.
I mean, Ready to Die was just so good.
No,
though.
it was amazing. Amazing. Yeah.
I mean, the only song that I say I'll skip is probably
Ready to Die.
No. Ready to Die. I don't know if I skip anything.
Right.
Honestly.
Yeah.
Nah, there's one that I skip. I can't remember the name of it. But like some of my favorite B.I.G. songs, Everyday Struggle.
I mean, Life After
love
Death
that
is
song.
amazing.
I actually the only song I don't like after death that I don't like is Play a Hater. I just don't like it. It's just like out of place. It's weird.
It is out of place.
But the joy with him and RZA, you're nobody to somebody kill. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Blacked
Come
out.
on.
With the
Right?
rain in the background.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yo, I mean the Bone and Biggie, like that joint is crazy. Matter of fact, we'll use
you know
that
what?
for
That unpopular opinion, I skip that.
Wow.
Big's verse though. You can't skip Big's verse.
Big's verse is tight. I just
and whoever
I'm good
Big,
on Bone Thugs and Harmony.
No, but Big
I like Bone Thugs back in the
but Big
day.
and who was the dude that rapped Busy? I think it was Big and Busy. The first two
Busy
verses on the
Bone.
joint.
Yeah.
Insane.
Yeah.
I
like what Big did with his flow on that song, but
I mean, he took that.
He took their flow, yeah. And I
Yeah.
was just never a big fan of Bone Thugs and Harmony.
I fucked with him.
I'm the dangerous. You know what I'm saying? But like,
Yeah.
But I mean, I think Jay's flow on there was insane. You know what I'm saying? Like the locks was crazy on there. Like just everything. You know what I'm saying?
The locks are yo top 5, bro. There's no you gotta give it to them.
I know we've gotten.
It's like the top 5. You don't think about what somebody asks you who your top 5 is, though.
But my thing with the locks too is I know we've gotten a lot of stories from them, but they have more they probably haven't even told.
Well,
which
there's
to
a
me
documentary
is the best.
coming out.
Well, let's go.
There's a movie
You know what
coming
I'm
out.
saying? Yeah.
It's apparently already done.
At this point, we're gonna say, what is Abdul watching?
I'm trying to watch this fucking Locks documentary for one. What am I watching? I watched This Is Us, the series finale, which came on yesterday, and it just came also at a time with, with the shooting in Texas, and that show is just it's just built to it was just written so well, man. As a parent, you really get emotional watching it because it's about children and three siblings that have grown up, and it's like three different storylines from before they were born, when they were born, when they were children, and growing up. Two twins and one adopted, and he was a black kid, and the stories of the parents. You could just relate to it if you are a parent, and so the series is now over. The finale came on yesterday, and with everything coming on with Texas and that shooting and those killings of those babies. Yeah, it was a really emotional episode for me, man. Dog, you can't even help it. You're gonna cry. You know what? I don't think you even need to be a parent. I'm gonna put that out there. I think that if you just have a heart, you, you're probably gonna shed a tear or two during watching This Is Us. Um, so yeah, I was kind of glad to see it end, only because um, I just kept on waiting, man. It was like 16, 17 episodes in this season. I was like, when is it ending now? You know what I mean? I was just ready to wrap it up. So yeah, that got done. I'm watching a show on Stars called Gaslit, which is the story of the whole Watergate scandal. Really, really good. 5 episodes in. I'm fully caught up on that. Check that out. Julia Roberts is in it. What's my
Gaslit.
man's name? Sean Penn is in it.
Oh, that's
Um,
fire.
it's really, really, really good.
It's
And
gotta be.
there's going to be a whole bunch of faces that you're going to recognize. Some of the names I can't remember, but check that out. It's called Gaslit. What else did I watch, dog? Hmm. I can't remember. I'm gonna start on this new show on HBO, which is being filmed in Baltimore. What's the name of it? It's like the new, not The Wire, but it's kind of like that. It has to do with
Oh,
some
I heard
police
about that.
officers. Yeah, some police officers, some crooked cops and shit like that. Um, and I'm honestly just waiting for the season to end so I can binge watch the whole thing. I think they're like 6 episodes in, so I think I have like another like 3 or 4 more weeks before I can start it and just breeze through the whole season. Um, but I'll give you guys the name of that next week. Actually, let me see. HBO show.
Listen, I haven't heard any new
Baltimore.
music, but I'm about to go play some
We Own
tunes
This
right
City
now.
is the name of that show.
Beautiful. Make sure you check it out. Make sure you watch the uh Deion Sanders on Barstool
Yes.
as well. Shout out to my guy, always available, hashtag Sheware Eddie.
Peace, fellas.
Shout out to my guy, Don't Charge Abdul.
Yes, sir.
Season 4, episode 4. What's a podcast? This is DJ Joe Bacon the third, and we are out. Peace.
Oh, and shout out to Premium Pete and Jay Slayer, man. I got to hang out with those dudes last week. Premium Pete was down here for some function, some fundraiser with mobster legend Armand Asante, who played Gotti in the HBO movie. If you never
Hmm.
saw it, that was the best the best Gotti adaptation I've ever seen. But yeah, shout out to Premium Pete and our guy Jay Slayer, man. So just wanted to say that before we bounced.
And we are out. Peace.
Peace.